Now to talk more about a balanced lifestyle, we have one of LA certified life coaches. Please welcome Nichole Nour. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so to start off, can you tell us a little bit about the importance of self-care?
Yes, this is one of my favorite topics. Self-care is so important to be able to accomplish anything. And we live in a time where people are doing and they're accomplishing and they're on the go all the time, which is great. But usually what happens, the first thing out the window on the back burner is yourself. People forget to eat. They stop exercising because they're so busy, or whatever that is important to them, they put it to the side because they're busy.
It's always that work-home routine or work-school routine, right?
Exactly. But people don't realize that in order to be able to do and to be able to have the energy to accomplish anything, you need to have energy inside of you, right? So people are like cups. And we have water inside of our cup, and what we do is we want to pour water in everyone's cup. We're helping this person, we're doing that, and what happens, you get to a point of exhaustion because there's no more water in your cup. And you get frustrated, and you get angry, and you become kind of just in a bad mood, you get to that space.
Guilty.
Yeah, exactly. You're just exhausted. You just want to veg out on the couch because you have no energy.
Right.
And people don't realize it doesn't have to get to that point. You need to always pour water in your own cup first to be able to fill everyone else's cup.
Agree.
Right. I love that metaphor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It just makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Yeah.
Completely. So let's talk time management. So for those of us who have just jam-packed schedules, what is your advice when it comes to really filling your day with stress-free time management skills?
So I really think it's all about being organized. People have lists running through their head all day. That in itself, that causes stress. That just overwhelms you. You don't need to memorize everything. Write it down. Have a calendar, have a to-do list. Put it out of your head onto a piece of paper. That in itself, psychologically, relieves a lot of stress.
Check everything. Right?
Yeah, checking it off is the best feeling, for sure. So what I usually tell my clients is write a list of everything you have to do, and then estimate the time. Estimate how long each task is going to take you. That way you have a real good, solid understanding of what you have to do and how long it's going to take. So there's no more stress and worrying and all that. Then I have them prioritize based on when something is due, when you have to do it by, kind of all of that stuff, prioritizing most important to least, then plugging it into your calendar, plugging it into your schedule. Every night before bed, go through and see, okay, do I have 30 minutes to accomplish my number one thing on my to-do list? Great, then cross it off.
Wow, great. And I get to make use of all those journals I have lying around.
I know, right? Same.
I have so many.
And Nichole, how can we best manage all the internal stress, kind of what's going on in here and up here versus out in the world?
So I think there are two different ways to handle it. One is the actual task, the stress of the actual task, and then the emotional stress within you. The actual task, kind of like what we said, is write it out. We worry ourselves so much, and yes, people have a lot to do. Put it out onto a piece of paper and recognize realistically, step out of the stress, and logically realize, okay, this is what I have to do it. Stressing about it, worrying about it, it's going to make you backtrack. It's not going to actually move you forward. So all you have to do is logically understand and, like Nike, just do it. Seriously. So then the second step is about yourself, kind of going into how to manage it in yourself. Step out of it. Go for a walk, go into nature, go exercise, do something of self-care to realize this stress isn't serving me. You're not going to do a good job if you're stressed. The work you're going to produce is not going to go anywhere.
Right.
It's not going to have the energy that you need for it. So go take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Take a bath. Sleep early that night so the next day you have the energy to really accomplish what you need.
Yeah. I definitely struggle with, being present. That's kind of what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That takes, you need to step out of it
Discipline.
for a second. Yeah, it's a pause, getting out of the kind of the situation on an emotional level and really realizing where you are, where you stand with it, and how to move forward.
And you talk about tasks and putting them on a piece of paper. To end, we have New Year's approaching. What's the importance of setting goals for next year?
So I love New Year's, and it's for some reason everyone uses that as a reason to set goals, which is great because everyone should. But I actually believe that you need to have goals always. Throughout the whole year, there always has to be something to reach for, something to move forward with. Because goals and setting something to grow towards, it's movement. And in life, you need movement. You can't stay stagnant. It doesn't work. It's not healthy. Because then you feel stuck. You feel like you're in the same place. You feel like you're in a funk. So it's really important to be able to set those goals.
Yeah, a lot of people have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, right?
Exactly. So for New Year's or for any goals in particular, I think it's so important to have that. But what happens is people set goals that, and if they don't accomplish it within a month, they let it go.
Yeah.
They're so hard on themselves. And it is about the big goal, but to be able to accomplish any big goal, it's about setting small goals. Understanding that, let's say if you want to lose 10 pounds, great. But that's everyone's New Year's resolution, right?
Of course.
So, yeah, right? So, you're not losing the 10 pounds after a month and you give up and you go eat 10 pieces of cake. It doesn't work. You need to, okay, this month I want to lose just 3 pounds. My small goal will be, I'm not going to eat past 7 o'clock. That's one little step towards the big goal. And then once you accomplish that, okay, I'm going to stop having wine every single night, So you kind of get in the rhythm of really accomplishing what the bigger goal is by setting small goals that you're able to accomplish.
It's a process, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
for
We
having
really
me.
appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more about her and her practices, please follow her on Instagram at Nichole Nour Coaching.
Thank you for joining us today on The Daily Dose. That's all the time we have. Until next time, stay well.